Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to pick a conservative topic for my speech tonight, but after seeing so much in the media and so many different news that are quite interesting, I wanted to share some of them with you tonight. I was going through the paper this week, and it seems that as an unprecedented historic first, we now have a member of wildlife running a public corporation. That's right, Larry. Bucky the Moose is now running British Petroleum. Hand appointed by President Obama, Bucky will now replace outgoing CEO Tony Hayward. According to Mr. Obama, Bucky will do a heck of a better job than the outgoing CEO. Some of his most significant accomplishments, according to our president, include consistently evading and outsmarting trigger-happy Sarah Palin on her hunting trips. Additionally, Mr. Obama defended his choice, his unusual choice for nominee, because he said there is a significant shortage of talent at BP after most of their executives got dumped into the bay to plug the hole. And according to some conservative estimates, their egos alone are 5 times bigger than the size of the hole. So no wonder the strategy worked. Now, I don't know if you heard, we had another leak in the Bay, and frustrated members of the press have asked multiple questions as to why this is happening. Apparently, under new regulations from the Coast Guard, we have to change the oil every 3 months, every 5,000 lives, whichever comes first. That's the reason why we have this newest gush in the Bay. Now, I don't know if you heard, in an unprecedented and rather radical verdict from the Supreme Court, the Somali pirate, which was captured several months ago, is now free. That's right, they let him go for free because he claimed prosecutorial immunity as an investment banker. The pirate explained that very much like Goldman Sachs, the only reason he was attacking the ships was because he shorted the ships in the first place, and he was merely profiteering. So the court was reluctant to acknowledge that any other criminal in this case would have been in prison. However, in this country, we don't prosecute and imprison bankers. Now, you all heard about the troubles that iPod has been having, the new release of iPod. So Steve Jobs came out and single-handedly declared that iPod users will now be allowed to download a free app which will be able to translate Fox News into news. And in a high-level series of talks at the New York Fed dubbed What Comes After a Quadrillion, Bernanke and our Treasury Secretary have decided to print even more money to stimulate the economy. A very significant area of concern was the fact that even at 0.05% rate on a checking account, grandmas around the country were making too much money still. So now rates will be cut down to -2%, effectively confiscating some of their wealth, and proceeds will be used to extend a mortgage to anybody with a pulse. Anybody walking with a pulse. And if there's any funds left over, we'll go out and buy Macy's prepaid cards, and those will be handed out to deadbeat shoppers to stimulate the economy. Now, I was very frustrated because as a frequent traveler, I just noticed that the FAA has decided to ban all liquids inside human bodies. That's why people have to show at the airport at least 7 hours prior to their flights and be quarantined so that all their body liquids will be extracted. Now, this seems like a very radical decision, but apparently it makes a lot of sense because they've received multiple complaints from restaurant owners and store operators at airport terminals who complain that the government has not done enough to entice people to buy drinks at discounted price of $16 a bottle. And last but not least, a little bit from the sports section, which is always the last page of a newspaper. Apparently in a 11th hour bid to restore his image and to repair his name, Mr. Tiger Woods has decided to part the way with Tiger. So he'll no longer likes to be referred to as Tiger. From now on, he'll use the name Cheetah instead.